What's up, everybody? So we're gonna do two different things here today. Gotta move that cab over, that green one back there. I sold that to a guy, a buddy of mine, Dan, a long time ago. He's not gonna be able to do the project, so he asked me to resell it for him. So we're gonna move it over with the rest of the trucks and get it sold. Right now, we're gonna do the video on this Maxx-D trailer. So as a lot of you know, Maxx-D is our main sponsor. This trailer here is a new and improved version of the one that we already have. Back in 2019, I found out that Maxx-D made a full deck tilt. So I bought one. That's our black trailer. It's a 22-foot T8X. T8X is a 16,000 GVW trailer. I choose that for a bunch of different reasons. So I go with the 8,000-pound axles because they're torsion axles, which I prefer. You get these big 1-inch lug nuts, which prevent peeling when you're loaded. Like I put an excavator and stuff on here. When I make a hard left or right, front axle drags. You get no peeling like with a regular wheel, like what's on my 2-car trailer. You'll actually look in the mirror and see the whole rim and the tire and everything peeling. You don't get any of that with these 8,000-pound axles on 17.5s. So they're 18-ply tires. 120 PSI tires. Each one of them is good for 4,800 pounds. That's a ton. These are not oil bath. It's just a really nice protective cover over top of your traditional grease fitting. So your grease fitting is behind this nice cover. You just pop this rubber out of here, pop your grease gun on there. So very durable. My black trailer is a 2019, probably got 100,000 miles on it. I've never, ever put air in those tires. They have been at 120 PSI since the day I bought the trailer. They eat potholes. The real rough I-70 going out west, dirt roads, whatever, they don't care. Can't recommend 17.5s enough. They are a completely different animal. The only way to go if you're running over the road or you're hauling heavy. 16,000 GVW. Let's get this thing hooked up. So this one, like I said, new and improved version. Maxx-D hooked this trailer up like crazy. This is a tough wireless remote system, okay? All the functions are on this remote, right? So top one here, we'll get this on camera. Jack, hoist, winch, tarp. Obviously we don't have a tarp. I was going to use this for lights later. So jack, we're on the truck and we're ready to go. Okay, now hoist, that'll be your deck. Now this is all wireless, so I can do this from inside the cab of my truck if I'm working by myself. We're going to show you what's happening underneath this trailer now and why I get these built the way that I do. So what you look for when you're raising this deck up is the truck to sag, if you can't see it. So right now, saw the receiver going down, truck's getting pushed down, deck's on the ground. So up underneath here, I get Maxx-D to build this, and this is a stock option, but I choose this way. So I get my cross members on 12s instead of 16s. That's better for me hauling the excavator and the skid loader or these big cab over trucks, because on 16s the boards have enough room that you might get a little sag, then they start pulling screws, it messes up the wood. So for the extra couple 100 pounds, my truck doesn't care. I get CDL, blah blah blah. So we just get the heavier trailer with the cross members on 12s, and it definitely lasts longer. The deck doesn't have any twist or rock in it. The other thing that I get on these trailers is the dual cylinder tilt. I prefer the dual cylinders versus the single in the center that you'd get on TX8 without the dual cylinders, or the T6X. I prefer the dual cylinders for the excavator and the real heavy stuff, specifically the excavator, because I break the boom over the side sometimes to unload or load it. Or sometimes you just want to pick something up, set it on the trailer with the machine on the trailer, and when you put that 3,500 pound stick over the side, I don't like loading a center pin, basically. One single cylinder, putting weight over the side, it makes the deck twist and it's just not good. So prefer the dual cylinders for stability. I also get power up down, so a lot of these hydraulic tilt trailers are power up, gravity down, which does make equipment loading easier if you don't have the wireless remote. Now, I mark my decks on my trailers for my excavator, so I know exactly where I need to be for tongue weight. So once I get there, now I just hit the button and bring it down. So what we're going to do today is load this green cab over back there, but we'll show you the load angle here when we get this cab over loaded up. I raised the deck up to show, so I get these trailers with this knife edge. So when this trailer goes down, she gets tight to the ground. Well, right now we're on asphalt, but when we're in grass, it gets tight. Gravel, grass, whatever. Asphalt, you got about a 1 inch maybe underneath. Now this trailer, unlike the black one's a 22-foot deck. This is a 24. we just decided to try it out. I figured why have two of the same exact length trailer. What these 24s allow me to do in this very unique business that really nobody else has is I can get a pickup truck and like a half a truck in front of it. So we get a pickup truck to the tail, and then we get a truck bed in front of it, or a truck cab, or whatever. 24, depending on what you're doing, like this would be good for, like, it's 102 inches wide. So like I can get a golf cart across the front and a vehicle behind it. If you're hauling side-by-sides or ATVs, it'd be good for that as well. Skid loader, excavator. If you put a skid loader on here, you still got room for attachments or pallets or whatever, haul your material up front. Some other options on here, the ruby red metallic paint, which isn't for everybody. Black is obviously going to be your most popular. This deck was just pressure treated lumber to begin with. I stained it with this black stain. Got drive over fenders. I always get the factory D-rings because Maxx-D does a crazy, incredible job of welding these things on. They're 5/8 weld-on D-rings. Unlike a lot of the other brands, will just give you a bag of D-rings, tell you to nut and bolt them down, which is no good. And I get, let's see, this trailer, I think 2, 4, 6, 8. This trailer has 10. The black trailer has 8. Rub rail, stake pockets, factory winch plate. You can see that red plate, that's from the factory, 1/2 inch winch plate, super strong. I currently have this spare tire on the deck of the trailer because we didn't finish making our spare tire mount work. I just need to put some longer bolts on it, and that'll be okay there. We'll hop into this toolbox deal here in a second. I'll get this set down. This wireless stuff is really, really awesome. They sent us an extra tough remote system to put on the black trailer. We just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So let's check out the toolbox. So this is another one of our sponsors. So WeatherGuard, which is owned by Warner. Warner hooked us up with the toolbox, so thank you for that. This toolbox here, for anybody buying any of these Maxx-D 102 wide trailers, I'll get a shot of the exact model number over there underneath the lid of the toolbox, but these things end up fitting perfect. With the D-rings laying down, it's like 86 inches between the D-rings. It fits really nice. Then me and Clay took it in the shop. Clay put these nice dividers in, got our Badlands winch put in, got everything on a disconnect switch, got my jumper cables for my battery dies. On my black trailer, I have a onboard battery for here. On this trailer, we just upgraded the battery size here. Maxx-D gives you a really nice interstate battery. It's like a Group 24. I put a Group 31 in it because we're going to be running the hoist and the winch off of that one battery. Got our solar charger. This solar charger is charging just this one battery here. Get confused because on my other trailer I have 2 solar panels for 2 different batteries. A little redundant on that one, but inside here still pretty good storage. So you got your hydraulic pump, got your battery control or your manual controls for your deck and your jack and stuff in case the battery dies in this or you have connectivity issues. Then we got our Proven Industries lock up the tongue of this thing. And that's about it on this one. Can't recommend the power jack enough. If you're concerned about spending the money, take the money out of the equation. It saves you so much time. It is just crazy how fast this thing goes up and down. And this whole body is aluminum. So when these jacks first came out on other brands, these were steel. And they added an immense amount of tongue weight. This thing here realistically probably weighs less than the factory steel jack. So don't worry about the tongue weight. I don't feel any added tongue weight with this trailer over the black one. But this thing is just awesome. If you have the solar panel on here, you don't have to worry about the battery dying on you because there is no manual override on this, right? So there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. Carry a floor jack, carry a bottle jack if you're really worried about having a battery issue. That's why I set up to jump, right? So like this is just for the winch, but you could also set one of these up down here on the battery to just jump through. But again, worst case scenario, you gotta pop this if you're hauling equipment or whatever and you truly have an issue with this jack, you just pick it up. It's not a big deal. 9 times out of 10, this is gonna be fine. Get your solar panel. I have these solar panels on my Amazon store and our link tree. Make sure all of this stuff is on the link tree. Anything I use on any of my trailers, that trailer, this trailer, the other Maxx-D trailer, the box trailer, anything I know works and I like is on that Amazon store. So these solar panels specifically are the toughest ones I've found to put out the most amperage. I think this is like an 8 amp solar charger. So the WeatherGuard box is on there as well. These things are awesome. This is their new series. It comes in black. Obviously we wanted that one. Even the grit tape I believe I have on the Amazon store. So you guys, no matter what trailer you guys are running, gotta have the grit tape. If you're 102 wide with this smooth steel, I'll tell you what, on my black trailer when I first got it, It rained one day, I was unloading a cab over truck, and before you knew it, I was on my back staring at the sky. That stuff is slippery, so get you some grit tape. We're gonna get ready to do over the fenders on this as well, because that gets pretty slick. That's about it. Still got a couple more things we want to do to this trailer. Gonna throw some work lights on it, because we do work at night from time to time. We're gonna put some liners in here so we don't tear up the bottom of this box. We've got to put our lights inside the toolbox. We've just been busy with other things. We're gonna block off these little slots here as well. We're gonna get some rubber, get something in here to keep the water from coming up inside the box when you're riding down the road. But that's it. Right now, we're gonna pull that truck up on this trailer, kind of show you guys how it works. Can't recommend these Maxx-D trailers enough. Again, this is a 16,000 GVW trailer. This is gonna be overkill for a lot of you. They make the T8X, which is, I believe, comes in a 10 or a 14,000 GVW. Might even make it in a 7. They have regular car haulers that aren't tilt decks. They make the bagger trailer, drop and load. That thing's awesome if you got really high-end cars. That's what everybody's using to haul Lamborghini or Ferrari now, is Maxx-D's drop and load. That thing's 4-wheel air ride and lays flat on the ground. Pull your fancy low car up there, your low rider, your street rod, your Ferrari, your Lamborghini, whatever. Not only are you getting down to the ground, you're not going to scrape your car up. It's 4-wheel air ride. It's the smoothest riding trailer on the road. And it has auxiliary ports you can run on any air tool you want. Fill up your tires, run an air impact, do whatever, all up here in the front box on the drop and load. But if you're hauling equipment or cab over trucks or heavy stuff in general, or just antique cars, the T8X, the T8X, 102 wide full deck tilt, I love it. For doing this stuff that we do, I'm a mixed use of equipment, big truck stuff. This is the way to go. Running over the road, it's great. Me and Shane last year took the black one out to Colorado. I put a cab over truck on it, and then I stacked the truck in the back of the cab over, and it hauled home great. I think our gross, and I had the Sierra at the time, but my gross weight truck and trailer was like, what, 22,000, 23,000? It was low. Compared to my gooseneck, I was 28,000 or something. I'm not saying these trailers are light, but they take a lot of weight and they handle it well. I think the dry weight on this one, so it says it'll hold 11,200 pounds. So that would make the trailer 5,000-ish, depending on what options you got going on, 16,000 GVW. And then you get some tongue weight transfer. So I believe these to weigh around 5,000 pounds. Tongue weight on these varies by, like, mine's probably pretty heavy because I got all this stuff going on, but 500-600 pounds, something like that, which is right if it weighs 5,000 empty, 10%, 500-600 pounds. They say 10 to 15% for tongue weight. So I recommend towing these bigger ones with a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton. I towed my old one around with my Sierra 2500. This Ram's a 3500. The truck never cares about the trailer, but it would be tough behind a 1/2 ton, I think. Now, a lot of my friends run the T8X behind a 1/2 ton, and it's fine. You're just not going to get the 17.5 wheels and tires, and you'll probably be on leaf springs, but everybody has their opinions on leaf versus torsion. I prefer torsion. For me, running the rough roads we run, a torsion axle has almost no parts to replace, versus a leaf spring. You got eye bolts, you got U-bolts, you got leaf springs, you got the nylons for the U-bolt, or for the eye bolts anyways. On the heavier stuff, you got slipper springs, you got spring boxes, you got idlers in the middle. Just a lot of parts and stuff that can break. I prefer the torsion axles because there's just an axle tube before bolts bolted to the trailer. There's really nothing there besides a wheel bearing you have to worry about. Everything else is encased, so I prefer that. Torsion axles are also cool. Like these wheels right now, if we drove over a pothole, being that the trailer's unloaded, the wheel won't even drop. I watch it in the mirror all the time. We'll go over a hole, wheel just stays there, it doesn't drop because it's bolted to the frame. They don't have independent drop like this. I mean, they work opposite of each other. There's 4 rubber rods in there inside of that axle tube, and then the axle itself goes in and it's like a diamond and it fights those tubes. That's how a torsion axle works. So when you get a flat on a torsion axle trailer, you literally just pull the front axle or the rear axle, with the opposite of whatever one's flat. You just pull it up onto a block of wood and it floats the rear wheel. No jacks, nothing like that. Another slick trick with these trailers is you get your 2 8x8s or 6x6s or whatever, stuff them underneath the tail of this trailer, lift the deck up in the air, it'll lift all 4 wheels off the ground. That's how we maintain them in the shop. We just use the deck. Pick the deck up in the air, lift the trailer up, do your maintenance, set the deck down. So it has a lot of different uses, especially with this one here. If you didn't want to do it that way, you could drop the tongue all the way down, throw jack stands underneath the back, use the hydraulic jack to lift it up, you float all 4 wheels. So definitely a very versatile trailer. go to Maxx-D.com, find your local dealer. I'm in Western PA. I use Gingrich in Ohio, Southeast Ohio, Gingrich Trailer Sales. There's also Russ's Auto and Truck or Russ's Trailer Sales out in Eastern PA. They sell Maxx-D. Let them know we sent you. Can't recommend them enough. You guys are going to love whatever Maxx-D trailer you get, and tell them Patina Pete sent you. Hope you enjoyed the video on the trailer. Look out for this old 41 Ford cab over about to get listed. Get a loaded chain. We've had nothing to winch or haul lately. I'm like off my game. Boring around here. That's the beauty of the power up down. That truck probably weighs 2,000 pounds on the front axle and picked it right up. Another trick here, power this up. Not the correct straps for the job, but it's what I have. So pay no attention to how I'm gonna do it. Yep, but that'll be okay. Brake clean.